All right, so back with Moments with Mom and Dad. Talking about bedtime routines and children's sleep habits. What has been your experience and what is your thoughts, ideas, comments, concerns? Bedtime.
Well,
how did you guys get us to go to bed?
Yeah, 4 kids under 4.
We had lots of strategies.
And we told you it was bedtime.
Right.
And you walked
We
your
started.
happy butts up to the bed. And went to sleep.
How did we set a time. We said that's it.
We expected you to go to bed. And there were no questions.
A couple of things. One is I think you could, like you said, you set expectations for the kids. But you make it interesting and fun. We came up with a song.
Yeah, simply because Erick and I are crazy.
Yeah.
So we had a song and we just made it fun.
Right.
And we're like, oh my goodness, it's 8 o'clock.
Ooh,
What
bedtime?
Bedtime? And then we break out into this song. And so the song goes, B-E-D, bed, B-E-D, bed, B-E-D, bed, B-E-D, bed, bed.
And the kids were like, yeah! And they marched, we sang all the way to the bedroom.
Everybody was happy.
We tucking them in, B-E-D.
Nobody cried.
And then we hit the lights and run out the room. No, but we made it fun to go to bed.
Right, yeah.
And of course, as little children, they want to get back up and all that kind of stuff. But you work. The one other thing, too, we had to learn to do was to deal with the crying or whatever, right? When you talk about little bitty babies, right? You have to allow yourself the discipline to not run in there because the baby's crying. You have to check on them, make sure they're safe, make sure
make sure everything is fine, is good. But after that,
they don't want to go to bed. It's just not.
That's not acceptable.
No. Maybe we should call our segment not acceptable. Not acceptable.
Yeah.
Potty training at 4, not acceptable. Staying up past your bedtime, not acceptable.
And please hear our hearts, because these are all things that are within a certain parameters. The kids are healthy and they're well adjusted, and you don't have anything else going on.
Right.
These are the expectations.
It's true.
And then if because there are other kids that may have some other issues that are going on.
Oh,
They may have some medical conditions,
medical stuff.
and that's something we're not including that in this instance.
Right.
So hear our hearts. We're not judging. Because look, I'm not considering myself an expert on nothing. Okay, but I'm just.
You did have your kids in the bed.
Anyway. We're just telling you guys what worked for us.
Right.
Out of love, and the only reason I'm even sharing this is because my other kids want to. I would rather keep this info to myself, because y'all's business is not my business. I mean,
But if we can help you with your business, we want to help you with your business. Maybe some pointers, some quick tips, some things. Like you said, make it fun, make it interesting.
Right.
Set a time and be consistent.
Right.
You have to be consistent. You can't say, oh, B-E-D bed is at 8 today.
Right.
B-E-D bed is at 11 o'clock p.m.
Right.
B-E-D is 2 in the morning. And they be like, what? I was in bed 5 hours ago.
Yeah.
So if you establish some consistency, you establish some patterns, then children adapt to patterns and consistency.
Children appreciate patterns and consistency.
They love it.
Yeah, I mean, just like
structure.
we do.
Yeah, we love structure, because then the reason they love structure is they can depend upon it.
Right. They have that expectation, and they know that at that time they're expected to go to bed.
Right.
They're expected to go to the pot at 4.
They get enough sleep.
They had enough sleep. Right. They're expected to eat the dinner that I made for them.
Oops. There's another one. Not eating the food that's been made, unacceptable. But absolutely, you don't. And we used to be like, look, you don't want to eat it? Guess you're gonna be hungry.
I'm not making anything else.
Right. We're not making one meal for you, one meal for you.
Once in a while.
If you throw enough,
It was a good thing.
If you throw a little prayer in there with that fasting, you might be all right. But that's another thing, right?
Right.
Just really expectations of this is what is for dinner,
Right.
and people will learn to like it, you know?
Baby, we're not supposed to be on dinner now, though. We're supposed to be on
sorry.
But
bedtime.
how did you guys deal with 4 different ages? Did everyone go to bed at the same time? Did you have different bedtimes for different kids based on?
Not until you got older.
Right.
As you got older, because you were the oldest, Erica. So as you got older, I forgot what age that was.
We did like an extra hour.
I think it was half hour because I couldn't take an extra hour.
Like an extra little time
Yeah,
where you felt like
so you
I'm
felt
old.
like yeah, you know, it's like you felt like you were getting
17. I
but
guess
it
I could extra hour.
Terrible.
I can stay up a little late. 8:30 instead of 8.
Yeah. So we did have an age. I can't remember exactly what that age was. But you know, you all were so close. It was like 1 year later, Aaron
Right.
was staying up the same time you were,
Right.
and the boys were having to go to bed. So it's yeah, but you do make that distinction because as you get older, things do change. So.
And it should be a distinction.
And it should be a distinction as you get older.
And it also deals with maturity level, right?
Right.
Whether they can handle it or, stay
Right.
up. If they're going to be up all night tripping, then
Right.
they're going to go to bed. Right? So it's all of that as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
So what else about bed? Anything?
Nothing.
No?
Nope.
Oh, how about making up their beds?
The bed, making up the bed. That's a big one. You know, we were looking at the Today Show today.
Okay, what happened?
And some of the hosts were saying, you know, talking about making their kids, making up the bed, and you know whether they do allow that, or not allow, but whether their kids do or require it. And to be fair, I was in and out of the conversation, but I thought I heard that one of the hosts say that they don't make it up quite right or well enough, or it's hard for them to get to that kind of thing. So they don't really make them make up the bed, that kind of thing. And because I remember saying to Eric, I said, well, even if they don't make it up exactly right, it's the discipline of getting up and having to make up your bed.
Right.
You know, that's the whole thing. They're not gonna make it up exactly like, because I was about to say. I was about to say we grown 8 people. So we can make up the bed perfectly, but they're little people.
Right.
So they're not going to make up the bed perfectly. But what it does is that it gets them into the practice,
And
the
the
discipline of I don't understand these grown people who get out of bed and don't make up the bed once they get out of the bed. What is that?
It's nasty, that's what
And that happens because they haven't been instilled with the discipline
to make your
of
bed.
giving, as soon as you get out of bed, you make up your bed.
Right.
Period.
Or at least before you leave the room.
Yes, Jesus.
Make up your bed, don't leave the room.
Right.
And remember what we used to do on Friday nights? We would all sleep in make our little.
Make
Oh,
tents,
the tents,
tents,
It was
yeah.
like Friday night.
Right.
That was something to look forward to as far as
Right,
bedtime.
right. Yeah, that was. We used to have Friday nights was very special, and I think a lot of people still do that. At least I hope they do. Where we would have movie night, and
We would get
I would take them out to back then. There was Blockbusters. Some of you all may not know what that
Like
is.
Hollywood Video.
And Hollywood Family Video. We would go there. I would let each of them pick out a video.
Right.
Then we would go to the store, and I would let each of them get candy. And Erica would take forever to choose her candy. I think she still just takes a long time to make decisions to this day. But at any rate, but then we would come home, we'd make popcorn, and it was a big, we'd make our own homemade pizzas.
Right.
And it was Friday nights they were big to do. It would be family night. We would have a good time.
Yeah.
So that was
And
fun.
remember that time that we made our little forts and stuff?
Yeah.
And then Erick
Tents in
kept
the living
snoring,
room.
and I told him to stop.
Ooh.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
You want to bring that up right now?
Yeah.
Aaron, it didn't
You wanna
end
show
well
the
for you.
violence?
That night didn't end well for you.
But it was
So-
part of the bedtime.
Okay.
So I just, anyways.
Yeah.
So Aaron, maybe you should tell it.
I'll tell the story.
Okay, go ahead.
We were all sleeping in our little things, Me and Eric and Aaron were on the ground floor, and Eldon, he was up on the bunk
bed.
And Eldon kept snoring, and Aaron, she was
not having
it.
it.
She told him to stop. She said, "Stop snoring."
As if he could stop.
Right.
He was asleep snoring.
Right. He would wake up, Eldon. And he wake up. She's like, "Stop snoring." Oh, okay. Then he go back to sleep. Eldon, he wake up. Stop snoring. Okay. Go back to sleep. The next time that happened, she walked. You had to have been about 8.
I was probably.
She walked her 8-year-old self over me and Eric, who were hiding under our things, trying not to snore. Over our bodies, climbed up that ladder and slapped him so hard.
Oh my God!
And he got up like, and she said,
I
said stop snoring.
Aaron was the trip.
Yeah.
It didn't end well for her that night. No, it didn't. And you didn't slap him anymore either, though.
2 things stopped her.
2 things.
Snoring.
2 things stopped
Slapping.
that night.
Forever. Snoring and slapping.
Yeah.
Got some hind parts, got some whoopings. But that's in bedtime, right? You make it fun, interesting, certain nights and things
Consistency.
like that. Consistency.
Yes.
And those kind of things help build relationships and help establish patterns. And those are things that actually can be generational, right? So as they grow up learning that for themselves, they can establish that for their kids going forward, that kind of thing.
Right.
So
Exactly.
it's always good to do that.
Yeah, it is. It is. And I just, I always tell my kids this, even now, even while, we're waiting for our grandbabies to come, which they are coming in Jesus'
Come
name.
on now. Pray that.
Parenting isn't for cowards.
No.
I mean, you can't, it's not for cowards, it's not for lazy people, it's not for, even though some of those people do have kids, and those are the children we're praying for, even as we speak. But it takes discipline. It takes discipline for the parent, and it takes discipline for the parents to discipline their children, so that they can grow up to be functioning adults.
Kids don't just happen to become good.
No,
No.
not at all.
And one other thing you really need to make sure you do as parents is be unified in your position.
Yes, you can't
Because
have
kids will try to divide and conquer.
Kids are smart, and I used to tell Eric all the time, babe, it's us against them.
Yeah.
We used to say that in our little rooms while they were in bed after the BED. It's like we had to be a united front.
Right.
Even if, one parent may not be doing something that you totally 100% agree with, the front has to be united.
Right.
And then while there's someplace else and you are sure they can't hear you, then you talk to your mate and work that out and say, you know what, I didn't quite agree with that, or why they can do that. I know I told them I agreed with it, but
I'm
not quite sure.
Not do that
4 months of discipline was necessary.
But yeah, so just be together because they will pick up on it and they will play you against each other.
Right.
And I mean, their strategy is divide and conquer.
Sure is.
And when they know it, they got
And when
you.
they know they got you, they got you. Period.
And when you let them know, your life is
over.
over. Your life is over.
You might as well just count the years to 18.
Right.
Well,
Leave your wallet on the counter, your keys on the counter, and just wait till they grow up.
So all that to say, put them in the bed, huh?
put them in the bed and put them on the pot.
Establish some discipline. That'll solve 90% of all our problems. Teach them to go to the bathroom and go to bed.
And go to bed and make up their bed when they get up.
Right.
Simple.
And it's amazing what kids can learn at such an early age.
Yeah.
We don't give them enough credit. They are brilliant.
They're brilliant.
They're brilliant.
I'm telling you, you aren't giving your kids enough credit when they're young. 9 months. All of my kids, all 4 of them were potty trained by fully potty trained by 9 months.
And they're all different.
And it's not that they had to speak. They didn't have to speak full sentences. You could say pot.
Right. Right.
That's what they were saying. Pot. Oh, you got to go to the pot. Okay.
You can say pot.
That's true.
It's true. They didn't have to be.
You
Then
say,
they don't have to.
Mother and father, I need to go to the bathroom.
No, right. Exactly.
Wait, so how did you make sure that we got? How did
Because when
that
you
we
tape
got
them
pop?
to the
Let
pop.
her ask a question.
No, you can understand.
Okay. I didn't understand.
Okay.
So
That's the
How
question.
did you make sure the 9-month-old actually went on the pot? What was the actual process of training?
Oh, okay, that's easy. So up until they were able to know that that's what they were supposed to do their business on the pot, we kept putting like after we would
After they
feed
feed
them,
'em, right.
we would put you on the pot until you did something.
Oh, wow.
So that's why I said don't call
How many hours
DCFS. Do not call the children's
No, but
pamper.
you begin to know. I eat. You give it a little time,
Right.
And then you put them on the pot.
When they first woke up, put them
Right.
on the pot.
Right, because people go to the bathroom.
Right,
when they
and
first wake up.
so whenever they did something on the pot, we would do
You
put them on
celebrate.
you celebrate. I mean, we would make a song out of it.
Right.
We would give them maybe their favorite. That's what. Remember, Elder used to like those blueberry Nutri-Grain bars. So his thing was blueberry Nutri-Grain bars. I almost took out stock in blueberry Nutri-Grain bars. And every time he did something, especially towards the end, because he was the last one, so he was a little bit tougher. He didn't want to boo-boo in the pot. Sorry, Elder Delicious. But anyway, so I got me a bunch of blueberry Nutri-Grain bars, and once he did that number 2 in the pot, he would get a blueberry Nutri-Grain bar. And it almost got to the point where he wouldn't get a blueberry Nutri-Grain bar ever outside of when he put boo-booed on the pot, because then he knew that would be a special treat for him once he did what he was supposed to do.
So how long were we sitting on the pot for?
Sometimes a little bit of time. I don't want to say specifically.
Mom, just say that's an hour. An hour?
It could have been.
It might have been.
It might have been an hour.
But you weren't.
But we were
just
sitting there with you. We
Right,
weren't
you
just
just
leaving
leave
you
you.
there
and talking to you.
and talking to you and saying, "All right, did you do anything? Oh, wow, you did
Let's
something.
see,
Or,
let's
you haven't done anything yet." So we were there with you.
Sit back
Get your
down.
butt back down. Get your butt to busy now. Do your thing. No, it wasn't like that. I'm just kidding. So anyway, but we were there with you. It wasn't. It wasn't like it is now. Like I said, it wasn't any social media. I wasn't on my phone because I didn't have a phone. I wasn't. I was just sitting there talking. We were
Right.
doing ABCs. We were
Right.
singing
Something.
songs. We were engaging.
Right.
So parenting was still happening.
Right.
We
Right.
were engaging you. It wasn't like we left you there. So that's basically it.
But it's training. It really is.
It is training, and it's not easy. I mean, nobody wants to. I mean, it's easier to be lazy as a
Sure
parent.
is.
It's easier just to say, you know what, I don't feel like it.
Put 'em on the pamper.
Johnny's not ready, and it's not that Johnny's not ready. It's Susie's not ready.
I love how it's Johnny and Susie.
Well,
But you know,
that's another discussion for another